right, marijuana? That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that tight stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Web Show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4:20 on a Wednesday, and you are in the Cypher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best buds, JB Perez.
What's up? That's right. As always, we're the Podheads Web Show. Hashtag Week Wednesdays. You're listening to us on WJHM 102 Jams. Thank you very much. We got another great episode for you guys today. Let's get to it. C Money, what's up?
Yeah, let's get it going at Making C Money, everybody. What's up? It's good to be here every week for you, providing some relief, comic relief, as we try to do, and some facts along the way. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard it. WJHM 102jams.com every Wednesday. Hashtag Weed Wednesdays. Look out for the replays. I believe the replays moved to Fridays. I got to get my shit together and check it out.
Gotta stop smoking is what you gotta do.
That's what it is. But yeah, I mentioned it before. The website's really cool. You can go on there, just look for the Podheads, and all of our episodes are right there for you to listen. We're also on Spreaker and everywhere else that you get your podcast. So just Google the Podheads Web Show. That's PODHEADS. Also look for us online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. C Money. Oh my gosh, C Money. I was laughing, my jaw dropped. C Money has been handling most of our social media, if you can't tell. And you know, he put something out the other day that had me dying, but I was a little like, damn. This dude, feels very strongly about certain things. And I do too, but C-Money has no hair on his tongue about it. You were talking, I think you added Dr. Phil. And I'm so glad you did because you took the words right out of my mouth.
I already know what you're talking about, yeah.
Dr. Phil was talking about, you know, how people who smoke weed are of lesser intelligence and it ruins your brain. Everything that an intelligent person should know is false. So you know that this guy, Dr. Phil, who's a bullshit doctor anyway, a TV doctor.
He's not licensed to practice in any state.
In any state. So, you know, he decides that he's going to go ahead and jump on this bandwagon that weed is bad for you. A very small bandwagon that is by now. But anyway, C-Money put out there adding him on Twitter saying, first, you went on the record saying that weed doesn't have any, any negative effects. Now, all of a sudden, on Joe Rogan, you mentioned on Joe Rogan's podcast that weed doesn't have any negative effects. Now you're flip-flopping, talking about it makes you dumber or whatnot. So I saw that, and I was like, okay, that's, I'm glad you called him out for that. Flip-flopping ass. But then, at the very space, enter, you, sir, are a scumbag. I'm sitting there like, oh, God, I love it. Oh, shit.
Scumbag is the least. He's lucky I was being nice. Yeah. But it's true. He went on Joe Rogan, and at one point, did he say anything negative about weed? I watched the interview. It was actually a good interview, and it made me and a lot of people on the comments say, wow, Dr. Phil's actually a pretty cool dude, because they're talking about trending things and all that. You're sitting across from someone who's notorious for being an avid cannabis user, Joe Rogan, and not at one point did you ever bring that up, say anything, nothing. And now all of a sudden you're going to say something that we know is proven by science to be false. Like, who paid you to say that? I mean, what other reason would you have to say something you know is probably stupid other than a lot of money?
Yeah, it's either money related or he just says what he thinks people want to hear, and that's probably how he makes his money. Because you said he's not a real doctor. No. He's not licensed to practice in any state, so he just tells you what you want to hear. And at that time, maybe he does feel that way about cannabis. And when he was on with Joe Rogan, he was just sucking it.
I've never liked Dr. Phil. I've never liked him anyway. So screw you, so Dr.
ridiculous.
Phil. But anyway, just wanted to get that out there. We're kind of doing this as we always do. But before we get the show on, guys, it's going to be great. We're going to talk Disney Plus. right? What else is there?
Gotcha.
Those bastards at Disney again. They got me. So we're going to talk that. But what are we smoking on, gents?
I'll go first. Look, guys, I got my wax kit set up. It's called Turpin Blind. It's a straight-up hybrid Turpin Blind. And the reason it's called Turpin Blind because of all the terpene, what's it called, Frank?
Terpenes.
Terpenes that INSA, where I got this, they measure. All of them are above 0.1, which is considered really high. I mean, I got one terpene here at 0.6, two of them at 0.6. Wow. So I'm like, yeah, let me get that Turpin Blind. That Turpin Bomb is what they should call it. It's good bud. Turpin Blind.
Cool. See, Money, I see you got a pen again. You're just living on the edge, aren't you, bro?
Yeah. And you know what's really funny you just said is that last hit I just took kind of like felt weird. It's brand new and everything.
As he dies. Right?
And it would just be ironic. Yeah, whatever, man. It is what it is. But it's nice because sometimes when new stuff comes in, the dude lets me try stuff, or he'll just be like, "Hey, here's a little sample of something." Blah blah blah. If I can't really swing to buy, because these things are expensive, dude. They're like $80 for some of these cartridges. Like, come on now, it's crazy. But that's also how you know it's legit. And what's funny is since this whole vape thing has been going on with people dying and getting sick, the boxes he gets from the company, they're now starting to come all packaged and sealed now. They never used to have to do that. So that was pretty interesting. I noticed that right away. I was like, why is it in cellophane? He's like, all this stuff going on. I'm like, wow. But he had
I'm happy with that. I'm good. So now you know exactly what you're getting,
I'm not complaining, for sure.
We are the moonshiner generation of weed. You know what I mean? We are the guys that started out when it was illegal, and we are the guys that it'll be legal before our generation has passed. We are the moonshiners, the prohibition era of weed. So all the mistakes, all the trial and error, the lessons written in blood. Yeah, you're welcome, future generation. Exactly.
All right, guys, but I'm going to take it from you, C-Money, because it's my time. It's my turn for the Week of Weed.
Wherever you are, wherever you go, whatever you're smoking, the news that matter to you, the news you want. It's the Weekend Weed.
Hashtag the Weekend Weeds, where I, JB Perez, and the Potheads Web Show bring you the latest and greatest cannabis news from all over the world. And as always, I'm always short on time, so I'm going to bring it to you quick. Here we go. I told you last episode, right, I was going to tell you event schedules. And so for this week, I'm going to tell you what the next cannabis events are around the country. The next one, guys, is happening November 21st and the 22nd in Kansas City, Missouri, the Cannabis Industry Showcase. So if you're in that part of the country, there you go, November 21st and 22nd. Switch it up to the brothers up north in Canada. They're having the Cannabis Consumer and Business Expo the 22nd through the 24th. And in Ottawa, in Ontario, Canada, they're having the Cannabis and Hemp Expo as well, November 23rd and the 24th. And check this out. South Africa, the Canatech Cape Town in Cape Town, South Africa, November 24th and through the 26th. So, guys, that's your first headline, the list of events around the world. All right, guys, moving on real quick. Want to get some boring federal news out. It's news, okay, because I think it's a step in the right direction, but as C-Money has mentioned before, until it happens, until I see it, it's whatever. Guys, the feds, specifically the House of Representatives, they're going to vote to remove cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act, point blank, period. And I believe it's happening today, Weed Wednesday, so how fitting. This bill or this vote is probably going to get passed, but it still has to have its brother, the Senate, agree on it. No vote on the Senate is scheduled to happen at all. Who knows? But at least on the House of Representatives, they're going to vote, and hopefully we'll see. We'll see some good news out of it, and you'll never know. What does it mean? Who knows? It might not mean anything at all, as we've seen before. Many votes and many talks happen, and nothing really happens out of it. So we'll see. But it's news nonetheless. So shout out to the House of Reps and the Democrats, because, again, right now, no Republicans are sponsoring that specific vote. So there you go.
it just seems like every year it doesn't change, or however often it doesn't change. I'm not trying to be negative about this particular time, but you just said if the Republicans aren't sponsoring it.
We're not terribly excited here, as you can see, but it's news nonetheless. Moving on, guys. Drug science, okay, was founded by this guy named David Nutt, N-U-T-T. Sorry, I had to. Professor David Nutt, he was actually removed from his post as chair of the Advisory Council on the Misuse of Drugs. And this was in the UK, by the way, okay? So he created a nonprofit. He created a nonprofit, completely independent, science-led drug charity that basically brings all these drug experts together to try to find good research. And basically the news is this, guys. They're doing the biggest study in cannabis history. 20,000 cannabis patients are going to be studied under this research. Pain, for anxiety, mental issues. You know, he says MS, PTSD, like Tourette's. Like they're actually going to go in 20,000 deep on the positive effects of marijuana, guys. And that's the headline. What do you guys think?
One question. Where do I sign up? How do I become one of these patients?
Again, this is in the UK, but you can go on their website and sign.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's cool, though. It seems like they're kind of wanting to rewrite the book on cannabis, and I'm excited about that. That's cool. Yeah,
it's exactly that. They want to demonstrate to the lawmakers that medical cannabis should be available, should be free, who knows, affordable as real medicines for patients who that people can benefit. And they're going in 20,000 strong. So big ups to this company and Dr. Nutt.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really out of time, guys. I just want to say that the last real quick headline, Thailand is considering letting their citizens grow weed for them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how to feel about this. And this is your headline, guys. They're considering allowing their citizens to grow weed for them, and the government take weed for them for medical cannabis. I don't know how you feel about that. I know I don't got a lot of time, but there you go, guys. What do you guys think about that?
It's not the first time in history that's happened. Here in America, when we first became a country, we required, our landowners to grow hemp, for all kinds of materials. So I think it's cool. Why not?
And big ups to Thailand for again letting the cash crop. It's a cash crop, right? CBD, THC, the hemp, marijuana plant. Get your money, everybody. Guys, I gotta go. Hashtag the week of weed. I'm JB Perez. We'll be back and talk Disney Plus, what it is, how much money they're about to make, and yeah, it got us. We'll be back, guys. This is the Potheads.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Type View Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. The Tribia Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. From an to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
The Podheads Web Show presents Pioneers in Pot. Ethan Nadelman, the founder of Drug Policy Alliance, a nonprofit organization working to end the war on drugs. He is known for his criticism and commentary on U.S. and international drug control policies. Widely considered the face of the legal cannabis movement, Ethan Nadelman has been a staunch advocate for less restrictive cannabis laws. Throughout his career, Nadelman has pushed for legalizing the use of cannabis for medical purposes, regulating recreational use, and imposing civil rather than criminal penalties for those detained for possession of the drug. Nadelman's platform has shed light on America's failed war on drugs, citing disastrous implications for marginalized communities, exploding prison populations, and how its effects have fueled a breakdown in community and law enforcement relations. His arguments have converted politicians and policymakers on both the left and the right. For over 20 years, Nadelman has fought for the 420 friendly everywhere. Put one in the air for Ethan Nadelman, a true pioneer in pot. Welcome back, folks. It's the Podheads Web Show. Your commander-in-chief, heavy on the chief, Frank the Tank, here with C-Money and JB Perez. Guys, they got me. They
got a lot of people, bro.
Disney is there's some sly bastards over there at Disney. You know, they come in with this app and it's an offer you really can't refuse. I mean, come on. Nice. They took all their content off of everybody's services, and then they said we're gonna make our own streaming service. And bam, they got me for a subscription. So Disney Plus, that's what we wanted to talk about, right? Huge move. Everybody's talking about it. Over 500 films, over 7,500 different episodes of content. Ooh. Disney Plus is here.
The whole library, seemingly.
Yeah, they've got all the Marvel stuff, right? They've got Nat Geo. They've got the Disney classics.
Got Gargoyles, goddammit.
X-Men, the old cartoon. Gargoyles, DuckTales.
They got like old,
you kidding me?
90s stuff?
Yes, bro. It's awesome.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm sorry, but it's
so they got like
awesome.
90s Spider-Man on there?
Yes. They've got like every Spider-Man thing there ever was on there.
Yeah, see.
If you got kids too, you have to have it because they're like I said, Hulu's losing all their Disney content. Netflix losing all their Disney content. And Netflix, speaking of Netflix, they're losing a lot, bro. You know, The Office is coming off, right? Everybody's talked about that.
Heard that too.
Yeah, man. NBC Universal paid $500 million to get The Office back so that they can put it on their own streaming service.
On their own
be
streaming.
Coming.
Wow. That tells you how many people still watch The Office.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Netflix paid $100 million just to keep Friends on for 2019.
Just for 1 year. Nobody watches Friends. So I don't watch Friends.
Girls do, bro.
Okay. It wasn't that. I don't think it was that great.
Netflix just paid $500,000 for Seinfeld too in 2020.
I'll watch some of that for sure. Yeah. Listen, I got some numbers for you. 10 million in the first day. People who signed up for the damn Disney Plus in the first.
Jeez, 10 million people.
10 million people worldwide.
I was one of those 10 million
first
people.
Day. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it was all over social media. It was all over the news. I mean, I'm excited. I haven't downloaded it yet. I plan on it.
Dude, The Mandalorian is
Star Wars. Exactly, bro.
Awesome, bro.
I mean, everybody's only saying positive things. People are saying like, oh my God, it brings the love back to Star Wars. It's exactly the story that we wanted.
It immerses you back into that world. Exactly. They do a good job about that. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's the money, bro. We talk so much crap about Disney and how they're terrible to their employees, but that's what money gets you, the ability to make these films and shows that are awesome. You know, when you have the right writing and the right CGI and the right acting, it's just beautiful. And Disney got it. And we're going to pay it because you said it. It's a deal you can't for. You get three platforms for about the same price that you get for Netflix now, right? ESPN, Hulu, and Disney.
Yeah.
Come on.
But it doesn't go without cause, bro. Disney is paying through the nose just to make this happen, bro. They spent $1 billion so far. That's just on the content, the Disney original content. That number is supposed to jump to 2.5 within the next 4 years. And that doesn't even include infrastructure, offices, new employees to help run that stuff, IT guys, networks. They're talking about $2.5 billion on content alone. That is crazy, bro.
It's going to be $200 to get into Magic Kingdom by yourself.
No, you're absolutely right. It's only going to go up because Disney is always doing this. They always get stuff. They're like the New York Yankees of everything. They just have so much money. They just buy all the talent. They took all the MCU, right? The Marvel stuff. They took all their content from all their platforms. Yeah, it's totally wild. But I do want to bring up a point, Frank the Tank, that you brought up about cable, right? That they're like, but everybody now has a streaming service. Netflix, NBC, Disney. Everybody's going to have their streaming service. So what's the difference, right? You're going to have to pay for channels, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
but you're paying
content.
$13 a month versus $150 a month to watch the same crap with, Dish or whatever cable, Bright House. I don't even think it's
so
Bright House
ultimately
anymore.
it's going to be cheaper, but there's going to be so many platforms that you're just still paying, $15 times 4, that's still $60. Half off back in the day, but you're still paying $60.
Well, how much of cable did you actually watch when you had it?
None, bro.
Exactly.
Sports.
So it's like a la carte. You pay for what you want. For me, with a bundle like Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, I really don't need anything else. I mean, and I'm not trying to like S Disney's D right now. I will say this though, Netflix is still the boss. Netflix started all this. Don't forget, Netflix started off as a subscription DVD mail service,
right?
And they're the guys who really shut down Blockbuster. They're the guys who hurt the cable companies. And it wasn't until people saw how successful they were with the live streaming that Hulu came out, that all the other major brands put out theirs, and now we have Disney Plus. Netflix is running. I just saw a statistic that had me kind of like, okay, look, Netflix has 150 million subscribers around the world right now. So Disney might have had 10 million in the same day. It's probably going to slow up, and they're only running in 5 countries. So they're not going to corner the market anytime soon. Netflix is
Give
still
it
top
5
dog.
years. I mean, how long has Netflix been around now? At least a decade, I would say.
Sure, yeah.
Give Disney Plus a decade. They have 1 billion people. They
Yeah,
have
it's
all
gonna
the
take a while.
good content.
Yeah.
The little brainwash starts to kick in. We all know what Disney does. They control our childhood, bro. Think about it. We're instilled with Mickey Mouse since the age of like 3, all the way up until they're evil, but they're great at the same time.
I mean, you learn about life and death watching things like The Lion King. You learn about love above everything else, watching things like Aladdin. The life lessons that you kind of learn along the way. Some of the most important things I feel like I've learned in life, I learned from like an old Disney movie.
And also the subliminal, creepy stuff that Walt put in some of the movies too that you hear about. That's another Google rabbit hole for our listeners.
There's plenty out there. But what about the editing? It's not all sunshines and rainbows, right? They're getting a lot of criticism right now because of the editing. Some people are saying that Disney is changing the content to make it more family-friendly, more suitable. They're saying that The Simpsons on Disney Plus has been edited, and there's a couple of old, more raunchy films that have been edited too. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about Disney changing stuff after the fact?
Yeah, I mean, what I know of this situation is that they're also editing Dumbo, right? There's a Jim Crow scene in Dumbo. They're gonna edit the whole character out. And the guy basically said, bro, today it would not go well, even if financially it makes sense to leave it alone, because for this situation people are upset about it. But if you leave that situation, people, younger people especially, and people who have been hurt by everything after Jim Crow in that situation, it wouldn't feel right. Those are their words. I understand that. Disney back in the day, even Disney himself was a known racist, against everybody, against Chinese, against blacks, against anybody who wasn't white. So I get it. I totally get it. So I'm not upset. The Simpsons stuff, like, that's dumb. That's more our generation, right? Like, I didn't get that as much. But this Dumbo and the Jim Crow stuff, the racist, the real, blackface stuff.
You
think
think
okay
that it's cool to? For me, I disagree. To be honest with you, I feel like, are we gonna now whitewash history? This is history. This is what you did, Disney. That's your creation. That's your roots. The Walt Disney was a great guy, had a great imagination. He was also a racist. And now you want to try and hide that to suit your agenda now? That's what it sounds like to me. Put a label up. I would say put a disclaimer. Listen, there are some things in this that does not reflect views of Disney today, but for historical significance, where does it stop, right? Disney, you said it earlier, Disney plays a big part in our culture, right? In our upbringing, our lives, in our culture. So now are we going to start changing other things that affected our culture to make it more PC? Nah, I don't know,
is it a real way to eradicate racism, you think? Because that's obviously what the main goal is to get rid of those people eventually. But those people have kids, and they have kids, and they have kids. The bloodline just continues. I don't think you can, unless you wipe out a whole family of racists, it's never going to stop. Yeah. So I'm on his side, yeah. I think it's got to be something with that.
You're a CEO. You're a business, okay? And bro, there's going to be some Nancys out there who are really going to feel a certain way. And today, one bad tweet, one bad press will cost you millions for them. And my mind went to business, was making money, right? If I put myself in his business situation, they would lose millions and millions of dollars just on one bad mom saying, what the hell is this? So they were like, you know what? Instead of making more money, let's not lose more money and just do this. I understand that. And then I also understand your point, Frank the Tank. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Well, it's like a weird thing because it's even the creators of The Happiest Place on Earth also had some twisted views. So what is to be said about that?
I think the disclaimer would have worked. I think Frank the Tank is good. A disclaimer would have worked. It would have been a good balance of both ways. They probably just overstepped their boundaries here.
It's up to society then to be teaching them, hey, at one point the world was a certain place.
Right. So let your parents, right? Let the family, let some teaching moments happen. Put the disclaimer on. This was back in the day. This was the Jim Crow era.
Is what it is, though. Disney.
I hear you, dog.
Either way, we're all going to subscribe and give them all of our money. So that being said, we do got to get to break, guys. Let us know what you think about this. Have you subscribed to Disney Plus? Do you love it? I kind of love it. Let me know what you guys think at the Podheads Web Show, all over social media. We'll be right back and find out what burns C-Money's high. It's the Podheads.
My computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. See David Smith Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
The Type Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com. Oak Ridge Gun Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service. And firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
All right, you're back in the Sepher with the Potheads. It's JB Perez. Guys, I effed up last week. I wasn't ready to do the drug screening.
Damn right you did.
My man C Money definitely had my back. But now it's my turn, and I'm ready. It's the drug screening.
Did you ever see Son of a Woman?
Yup.
You ever seen Son of a Woman on weed?
You may have seen him before, but you've never seen him like this. We've scoured the archives in search of some of the worst movies just to bring you the hidden nugs that were made better by Bud. The Podheads Web Show presents The Drug Screening.
All right. Hashtag the drug screening. Guys, for my turn, we're talking about all the streamings, and I find myself running through Netflix, just kind of saying my goodbyes, because I know I'm going to be saying goodbye. And I ran across Don't Mess with the Zone Hand. You don't mess with the zone hand, guys. That's my move for the drug screening. You really gotta be a Adam Sandler fan, I think, to really enjoy this, which I am, and I was, of course, baked. That's the whole point of the drug screening, and I laughed my ass off. In 2008, it was a movie with Adam Sandler. Terrible reviews, guys. 37% even on Rotten Tomatoes, which surprised me. Horrible critical review, of course. Definitely made some money, almost doubled themselves. 80 million was the budget. They made 200 million. But again, it had terrible reviews. But I loved it. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's an Adam Sandler movie where the plot is basically so stupid. He's a badass commando. He's an Israeli commando out warring in the Israeli, and he fakes his own death. Pretty much, long story short, because he wants to fulfill his dream of being a hairdresser in New York City. That's pretty much the plot. He makes it to New York City, and his past kind of catches up with him, and then all hell kind of ensues. Again, you got to be Adam Sandler fan to really enjoy it, because this one is a little sexy, right? he's hip thrusting his way through the whole damn movie. Sexual innuendos up and down. Just imagine the most badass, Navy SEAL, but he also likes to hairdress with a little flair. That's this guy. A lot, actually. People who you know. Adam Sandler, obviously. John Turturro. That's for you, C Money. Big fans of C Money. Big fans of John Turturro. John Turturro's in the movie. Rob Schneider's in the movie. Mariah Carey made it into the movie. Chris Rock was in the movie for a minute too. So again, it's his crew, right? Again, you got to be a fan of Adam Sandler to really enjoy it, because everybody else seems to hate it. And he's in his underwear half the movie. So again, get baked, have fun, see it for what it is. Back to where Adam Sandler made some really good movies. So hashtag the drug screening, guys.
The last few years,
yeah,
Adam Sandler has really made some terrible movies. The Ridiculous Six, Click. He's done some really, but he makes, like you said, bro, he makes money no matter what. People will go and see his movies, and they always make money, dude. Mm-hmm. That guy can take a dump in a bag. and people will pay to go see that shit.
I think movies like this, we give him credit for the stuff he did back in the day. I mean, Billy Madison, Little Nicky was great fun. We give him a lot of credit. We just keep hoping he comes back with some good old fun. But you said it early off the note there, Frank. When he signed that Paramount deal, it's just like either the money got to him or he's just being lazy. Who knows?
I mean, I think it's how do you recreate an original idea? The irony in recreating in something that's original. You can't, man.
Those are real original ideas.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore and all the stuff and Billy Madison with the penguin coming down the stairs with the martini or whatever. I mean, he was such an idiot. It was awesome. It was like Austin Powers humor. We all remember when that came out, how dope that movie was. Nowadays, bro, it would be so stupid. Like, I don't know. It's a shame, but I'm happy we grew up with it,
Me too. I'm happy we grew up with what we grew up with, for sure. But I'm going to, take all the happiness away from you, C-Money, because it's your turn. Tell me what burns your high.
Yeah, that's a good segue for sure. And it's definitely needed, so I'm happy this segment exists, as always, because we all need to vent at the end of the day. So this is what burns my high.
Hey buds, this is Making C-Money from the Podheads web show. Welcome to my segment called Burns My High. This is a segment where I vent to my fellow peers, listeners, and friends about what irritated me since the last time we came together. Usually everyday life dealing with everyday people. I'm a Sicilian from New Jersey and I've just been told that I'm funny when I rant and rave. So this is what bothered me since the last time I got together with you guys.
Hey, thanks for joining me, everyone. This is Making C-Money at Making C-Money from the Podheads. Here to help you vent, help each other vent. That's what we need at the end of the day. And I'll get right into it. This one made me laugh, and it's funny how when things do get to me, or they're funny little ticks, I guess, or frustrational ticks, and I go instantly to my phone to note them. And I just remember when I did this one. When was the last time you guys took a dump that made you sweat? You had to strip down and you had to take off your shirt or something, dude. It was brutal. I forgot what I ate. I don't remember. It might have been Taco Bell or something. You guys know how I love spicy stuff, and that's the only thing that really ever does it. And yeah, dude, it was brutal. I had to take layers off. The socks came off. Everything. It was just my body was.
I've had some real dehydrated bowel movements, and those are real tough to deal with too. A lot of pushing, a lot of ab work there for sure.
You're gonna get hemorrhoids messing around with that. You
need
to get more fiber in your life. Get some more fiber in your life. I do these shakes with just strawberries and bananas, whatever fruit I want, but I put chia seeds in them. They're supposed to have a lot of fiber. So, that with plenty of veggies, you'll be all
right. I think sometimes too, what a dump might be like for someone who's, I don't know, 300. I'm talking real out there, 300 pound plus. Must be pretty violent. Because what they have to eat to get there, and I'm no shredded in shape person by any means, but I just can't imagine, because to get there you eat horrible things for your body, right? That's what does it to you, unnatural stuff, all these chemically made foods and stuff. I just can't imagine the world war that's in the toilet afterwards. But I'll go to the next one. Yeah, that one I just had to share. Sorry everyone who didn't want to hear that. This has been happening to me a lot lately. There's a lot of frustration going on. A lot of family members are sick or getting hurt, this and that. Just a lot of weird stuff going on. And it being some of the holidays, family that have died recently too, just kind of sucks. So the littlest thing kind of sets me off, which is really funny. So I kind of caught myself laughing. Have you guys ever bought a package? I'm sure you have, or anything that has an easy open, but it doesn't work. It does, or it's serrated, perforated for you, and you just try to rip it open. Use your teeth. It just doesn't work. And of course, if you get it, it explodes everywhere. Because dumbasses that we are, think of the force we're trying to use to open this thing, and it doesn't occur to us that it's going to explode out of the package.
My baby's applesauce that I give her at night comes in these packages, bro. And I appreciate the concern, bro. but holy like my thumb hurts. Like between my nail and my thumb hurts because I'm putting so much pressure, and they give you they don't give you anything. They don't give you any hold or nothing. And just like C-Money said, over and over like an idiot, I get it splashed in my face because I go just like that, like a jackass. I never learned.
Oh, fantastic. And we, since we mentioned Disney and how they kind of try to monitor what you watch, it's just ironic to me because I remember hearing, and I think JB or Frank have a little more details about the fight that happened, I think, and it was in the NFL. And what the correlation there is, they try to censor and monitor what you watch. And I understand if we're talking about a super young kid who's not watching football, but let's be honest, the 10-year-old kid's probably watching football at this time, and they still probably shouldn't be seeing some things that you're either trying to censor or whatever. But let's face it, dude, they even have UFC on ESPN. So it's easy. A kid can just go down a rabbit hole and go from watching a fun cartoon to watching someone beat the hell out of each other on the highlights. And I'm totally cool because I love UFC. But, I mean, give me a break. Like you guys were saying, don't censor things. Just leave it out there. It is what it is. And it's up to the people raising you to not let you watch that. That's why there's parental controls and things like that. The companies should just put it out there. It's up here. We made it. We did our job. We're the artists. Here you go. You guys regulate this because raise your kids right.
And we can talk. We can have a whole episode, talking about that fight and all that stuff. But it was ugly. It was one of the uglier sides of the NFL. You saw it ended with defensive lineman Myles Garrett swinging and hitting a quarterback for the Steelers, Mason Rudolph, hitting him in the head with his own helmet. And there was all kinds of speculation that there might be charges involved and whatever. It's not gone that far, but the guy who swung the helmet's been indefinitely suspended. A few other guys got suspended, and it's ugly. Just like you said, just like the fighting, the UFC stuff. It's stuff that kids really shouldn't be witnessing. Disney's okay with having that content on certain platforms, but then they want to go ahead and edit.
Yeah, so don't be a hypocrite is what he's saying.
Yeah, for real.
Don't be a hypocrite. If you're going to put it all out there, Don't
especially,
pick sides here.
And even with the NFL guys, too, I mean, you guys get paid. You guys get paid way more money than you should, more than most people will ever make in their lives to play a game that you love. Keep it cool and go beat the hell out of each other in a ring in a gym somewhere. I mean,
can I say one thing on that? That burns my high. When people try to act tougher than they are and then want to freak out. Well, everybody wants to freak out when that person get their ass kicked. Mason Rudolph, okay, you didn't like the way you got tackled. Quarterbacks are being tackled and beat up on all day, every day. It's not a very beautiful life. That's why you kill them with points on the board. Your offensive linemen are there to defend you. When you start trying to rip somebody's helmet off because you didn't like the way they tackled you, or start trying to kick them in the balls, or then when you get split up, start chasing them again, you're going to expect to get your ass kicked. You got what you asked for. And then you want to throw your hands up because the guy swung a helmet. Myles Garrett shouldn't have swung the helmet, granted. But he's a man who lost his temper. He's an emotional dude. He lost his temper. I'm not saying he should have done that by any means. I'm not defending him. But what I am saying is if Mason Rudolph, if you come in looking for some and you get some, don't freaking complain.
Listen, if he would have made sweet on contact, he could have killed the guy, bro. That's what people see, and that's the hot story. It all burns my high too, man.
It all burns my high. It only takes 500 pounds of force to crack or fracture the human skull. So yeah, be careful, people. Don't be so stupid. It's not worth it. But that's what I have for you guys. Until next time, hopefully I provided some comic relief at the end of the day at Making Seem Money. Until next week.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. The Todd Buse show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. The Tribia Show would like to thank Buggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
Hey everybody, making C Money from the Potheads Web Show, bringing you another segment of C Munchies. Guys, I've been on a salad binge lately. I don't know why, judge me if you will, but salad is delicious. It can be delicious, but it can also be unhealthy when you get to the dressing part. A lot of people don't realize that. So your salad could be full of vegetables, fruit, good protein, but as soon as you start putting ridiculously fat or sweet dressing on it, guess what? It all goes down the drain. But fear not. I've been giving you salad dressings all along, embracing the whole idea of summer. While we still have just a little bit of summer left, it's almost October, and I can't wait to get into those recipes. But neither here nor there. Really quick, French vinaigrette dressing, 2 ounces of olive oil, 4 ounces rice wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of parsley, mixed parsley, it doesn't matter, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then a pinch of salt and pepper. Usually just do that to taste. That's up to you, obviously. And that's it. A few easy steps for a delicious and healthy, keyword, salad dressing to keep summer going as long as we have summer left, guys. It is almost October here, and it is almost time for delicious comfort food, so I can't wait for that season as well. Autumn is one of the best seasons for comfort food. But anyway, guys, this is Making C Money, at Making C Money on Twitter and Instagram. Let me know what you cook. Send me pictures. Send me recipes. Let's discuss food. I'm all about it, guys. Making C Money. I'm out.
Welcome back, folks, and thank you, C Money. Another great edition of Hashtag C Munchies. Folks, we want to hear from you if you've tried any of these out or what you think, or if you got anything for us. Hashtag C Munchies. Tag us. Look for us on social media at the Podheads Web Show. That's PODHEADS. Shout out to WJHM 102 Jams, guys, for making this all happen. Got a lot of cool things going on right now. We're moving studios, so we're going to have a bigger, more upgraded studio. Got an app coming out, the 102 Jams app. So look for that, guys. Also look for the Podheads Web Show everywhere you get your podcasts. But that's it, guys. It's time for another edition of Higher Learning. So get your pen and pads out. Put your thinking caps on. You heard it. All right, that's it, folks. You heard it. I'm smarter than you, so you should just listen to the next few minutes because it could be enlightening. Today, we're going to just talk random facts. I've already done insane facts about Disney in the past, so I didn't want to double dip. I got to be true to our people, so we're just going to do some crazy facts that just blew my mind, you know. Anyway, useless facts for you. Here we go. Did you guys know that Fruit Loops, did you know that they're all the same flavor? You get all these different colors. They all represent a different fruit. They're all the same flavor.
Really? Is it just food coloring, essentially?
Yeah, Kellogg's actually admitted it. It said that each Fruit Loop is fruit flavored, which is described as a blend of fruit flavors. And not all, you know what I mean? Not all of them
that kind of just takes the magic away from it right now. And I love me some Fruit Loops. That's why I like Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks.
Did you guys know that Anne Frank and Martin Luther King were both born the same year?
Yes, I've heard this fact before, and it's still trippy. You feel like they came from different eras, different centuries.
Yeah, I mean, she was made famous during World War II, which was in the 1940s, and he's known for the civil rights movement in the 1960s. Both were born in 1929.
That tells you that she died very young, obviously.
Exactly.
And he was a lot older than you would have thought.
Crazy, right?
It is crazy.
How about this one? This one really blew my mind. Most Canadians live south of Seattle. Right here in the United States.
Canadians live south.
It's a little warmer than Canada, I guess.
Now,
So are you saying you're talking about longitudinal lines now
Exactly.
here?
Okay. So the contiguous United States goes farther up north than most people think, right? Like it kind of goes a little bit higher than the most southern part of the Canadian border, right? So at 45 degrees latitude, Seattle is farther north than Toronto and Montreal, which are the most populous parts of Canada. So 64% of Canadians live south of Seattle. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that is wild.
That is wild.
Wow, that's a good one. I can't wrap my head around it because Canada's humongous. They own a lot of territory, and they all live right there next to us.
Isn't that
Literally
nuts?
our neighbor next door.
It's too cold up there, man. They want to be in the south.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, by the way, most of these facts are from Reader's Digest, if anybody's looking for them or wants to check sources. How about this one? Pretty sad. We just talked about Veterans Day last episode. More French soldiers died during World War I than American soldiers during all of U.S. history.
Wow, because I know Civil War was bloody as hell. Wow.
France lost about 1,360,000 soldiers in World War I. And to this day, the United States has recorded approximately 1,350,000.
Still a ridiculous number on both ends, but still, France alone in one battle? Wow.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how those countries were torn from World War I all the way to the end of World War II. They went through hell, all those countries.
For real. I mean, literal war at their doorstep. Like, bombs overhead. Like, wow. Can't imagine it.
Yeah, bro. Pretty mind-blowing. Here's something that's even more mind-blowing. There's an actual jellyfish that science believe is immortal. It's called the Turritopsis dorni, or marine biologists don't kill me for messing that up, but it's a jellyfish that can revert back to its juvenile polyp stage after maturing. It continues this in an endless cycle, making it immortal. It just never dies.
It can just kind of replicate itself or just go back in time on itself.
And
that is so weird. I know that lobsters and other crustaceans, right? If you allow them to live naturally, they don't die, or they live for who the hell knows, really long. But to be immortal, that's a little trippy.
I don't understand.
Mind blown? Think about this for a second, guys. Humankind is looking towards the stars for an answer to extend our life, our life cycle, right? And it's common knowledge that we know less about our oceans than we do about space. Maybe we're looking in the wrong area.
Good point. That's right. I mean, just imagine. I can't imagine. That's cool. I think the same technology could be used, right? The same technology that we're using for space, I think we can translate it or cross-translate it or whatever I'm trying to say into the ocean atmosphere, because that's what it is. We just don't have the technology for the pressures to deal with the ocean. So maybe, who knows?
Yeah. How about this one? The United States government actually has an official plan for a zombie apocalypse. The plan?
I did know this. I did know this because I talked about it. Many companies, serious companies, have a plan. They just have a plan just in case. That if something like a zombie epidemic turns loose, there people know what the hell to do. It sounds funny.
Google it if you need to. It's called Conplan 8888-11. And the first line of it reads, "This plan was not actually designed as a joke." Just in case.
This is very serious.
Isn't that
You have
crazy?
to be, right? I mean, there's somebody's job always to take everything seriously.
Okay, but if it's something that is just completely fake and myth, why not say, hey, let's come up with a plan for an attack of killer tomatoes? Or
okay, because that's
that's
obviously impossible. When you talk about bacteria and viruses, and I mean, literal in the animal universe, there are fungi that control the brain of an ant and things like that.
Yeah.
So there you go. We could be zombies, and I'm all with planning just in case. Cardio. That's all we got to worry about, guys. Cardio.
Yeah, cardio, right? Exactly. Double tap. Don't forget to double tap.
Double tap, but cardio is more important.
That's funny. And then the last one, I thought that this was pretty interesting, especially since we just talked about all the crazy things going on in Mexico. Did you guys know that it's totally legal to escape from prison in Mexico?
So if you make it out, you're good to go?
Here's what it is. Here in America, you robbed a bank. You're in jail for 5 years. You decide to escape. You get caught. Now they charge you another 5 years for escape.
Gotcha.
That's not the case in Mexico, Germany, or Austria. There's no
extra charges.
They believe that the desire to escape a prison is basic human nature, and it shouldn't be an unlawful act. You're trapped. You want to get out. So consequently, a prison break isn't considered to be a crime itself. As long as you know that they're going to try to catch you either way, and you're still going to be punished for the original criminal act, but no extra charges if you try and escape from prison.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I've always thought about it as, I get it because there's manpower and money and resources to try to get you, so you got to pay for that. Somebody's got to pay for that, right? Quote unquote. So, I mean, but I understand. I wouldn't want to be in jail, and I would probably, in several occasions, think about planning to get out.
Yeah, I would be going Escape from Alcatraz, Clint Eastwood movie type stuff.
I would try.
I think I would try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would spend my time trying to escape prison.
Especially if I knew it was
mind.
not against the law. That would be that's all I would ever do. They're like, look, if you can beat us and then evade us after, more power to you. I'll take it. But that's it, guys. That's a higher learning for you. I hope it was educational. Cool. That's a great show. I love doing this with you guys. # Weed Wednesdays every Wednesday. I'm at Podhead Frank on all social media. Don't forget to look for the Podheads on WJHM102jams.com and all over social media as well. Till next time, JB.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Frank the Tank. I'm JB Perez. We're at the Podheads website on all the social media platforms. Thanks to you, our fans out there who listen to us consistently and give us mad love. So thank you so much. We do this because of you. We're going to keep doing it because of you. WJHM, thank you guys very much for letting us do this. And we'll see you next time. See money.
Yeah, can't say it enough. Thanks to the listeners. We appreciate all you guys. We do it for you. Try to give you a good show every week. Everything food and venting related at Making C Money, at the Podheads Web Show, at Tavor. I mean, there's tons of stuff. You have to follow us now to get all the ads. I don't even want to say them all. Until next time, guys. We're out.
Peace. Oh, don't forget, y'all. Epstein didn't kill himself. He was totally murdered. Until next time, y'all.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. See DavidSmithLaw.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
The website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
The Ted Beard Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best.